also been very effective through the air. 12 of 18 for 160. Griffin out. 3rd and 8.
I think you got to come after him. They ran that one. Remember, they ran that one defense where they only rushed 3. Either rush very few or a whole lot. Nothing in between.
3 down right here. The 2 backers come up on the line.
It's very few.
Yeah. And Tebow, given time, finds his receiver. It's Harvin, and it's Ingram rather, 7 instead of 1. And it will be a first down at the 42-yard line. That's a 13-yard gain.
And he just stood in the pocket, looked like he was pitching baseball again, like when he was young. I mean, he gets into the pocket. You're only rushing 3. You got plenty of time to just kind of survey this field. You have to have a spy player right in the middle of the formation. So basically, you're playing 11 against 10 because the spy guy's waiting for you to scramble. And if you don't scramble, you're worthless as a spy.
4 down for Florida State now. Harvin has it. Ankle tackle, or he was loose for a long way. Dakota Watson, number 36.
Yesterday, when we did our game with Darren McFadden, as we watch another one of these plays that looked just like the Wild Hog formation, didn't it? This is what they were doing with McFadden and Felix Jones. This is Tebow and Percy Harvin. It's the same offense, but Tebow's a better passer. He isn't a home run runner, but he's a pretty good runner. So I'm going to call this their Hog Wild formation, and nobody can stop it. It's like a Harley out there.
2nd down and short. After the 8-yard gain. Play fake. Tebow in trouble. Sacked.
That's their only chance.
Yep. Remember the one loss against Georgia that he was sacked 6 times in that game.
And he had Riley Cooper wide open for a touchdown. If they didn't get him, Riley Cooper had his man beat to the outside for an easy touchdown. Tony Carter was at least 4 yards behind on the play.
By the way, referencing the Arkansas victory last night, 50-48, they ran that Wild Hog formation 33 out of 70 plays.
There it is. Pressure on Tebow. The only way to get him, coming free from the outside. Little bounce off that time. Jim Tart could not get out there and pick up the free rusher. That was a mess up for Florida.
That was the first sack of the night for Florida
Timeout.
State.
They're going to call timeout. Florida State misaligned.
6:41 to go in the 3rd. 31-12. Thus far, Gators are cruising. Well, at the risk of being found guilty of piling on, it's time now for Red Lobster's Scholar Athlete Award. Guess whom? 3.77 grade point average, a major in family, youth, and community service. Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future is shown tonight by donating $1,000 to the University of Florida's General Scholarship Fund. 3rd down. Florida 5 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Here's Tebow across the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. And
tip ball. They'll throw the flag away on this one.
I think so.
Pick it up would probably be a better way to say it.
There was no foul on the play. The ball was tipped. It will be 4th down.
So that's how you do it. Remember we said cut the head off the snake? A sack and a tip ball. That's really the way you have to do it. That's how you do it in the NFL. When you got a quarterback, the only way to slow these guys down now is by going at the quarterback. Now, it's part of the field right here where you could expect anything from Florida. Well, there's a flag down on the play here.
Another one over on the far side.
Yeah, it might be an it's probably a get-back warning here.
Sideline warning, Florida State. That's their first warning.
Get the get-back coach involved.
Get back warning. See if Florida State plays safe here, because this will be a spot on the field where you could fake it.
First punt of the night. This is Chaz Henry. Sends it high. Good coverage downfield. There's Bubba Caldwell. Lewis Murphy. I thought it was Caldwell. It's number 9. And Murphy perches under it. Nice play. Chaz Henry. Yeah, that was all right. 6:31 to go in the third. Back in Gainesville, Florida State with a first down at their own 2-yard line. Weatherford, play fake, goes deep right side. There's the jump ball and good coverage downfield by Jacquez Rickerson. Greg Carr, the intended receiver. Well, the BCS standings week of November 18th. LSU on top. It was all there for them.
Yeah, LSU fans, please hide your eyes, okay? Because you know exactly what's going to happen. And Kansas playing Missouri tonight, one of them are going to disappear. So West Virginia and Ohio State will be 2 and 3. And remember, the winner of the Kansas-Missouri game still has to play Oklahoma.
Second down and 10. Quick setup, Weatherford, nice play.
Yes.
Dakota Fag, that's a first down after the 15-yard line.
Vern, in one of your other sports, golf,
yes.
Ohio State's in the clubhouse right now, and they're waiting for the field to come back to them, aren't they?
And they posted about a 68.
Yeah, that's not bad.
67.
And the wind is whipping out there. They feel like they got a chance.
And they've still got to play 16, 17, and 18.
That's
the
right.
other guys
go.
do.
See, I watch.
Glad you do. First down and 10. Under pressure, the pass is complete out of the flat to Preston Parker. And he is double teamed and knocked out of bounds just beyond the 20-yard line. Tony Joyner, number 19.
Let's give some credit to Drew Weatherford here. He's the other quarterback in this football game, but he's going to be the guy that has to lead Florida State next year. Watch how long he waits on this play to throw it. It's going to be spikes coming in free. He throws it just as he gets hit, puts it right on target, and gets a helmet right under the chin. Believe me, in the tapes, your teammates will notice that.
Drew Weatherford grew up a Florida State fan. Bobby Bowden telling us earlier this week that, yes, he contacted Tim Tebow, made a phone call, but he said, we had Drew Weatherford, and so we didn't really have a spot. Anton Smith with that carry. Well, let's go to Tim Brando for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan.
All right, fellas, a Heisman-like day coming up a little short, though. Andre Woodson, who was once one of the front runners, he had 6 touchdown passes in the 4 overtime loss to Tennessee, 36 touchdown passes on the season. Other candidates with nice games today: Matt Ryan for BC, West Virginia's Pat White, who can pad his stats again next week. But fellas, I've got a ballot, and right now number 1 on that ballot is Superman Tim Tebow.
Oh, so anointed by
Yes.
Tim to Tim. Weatherford deep, caught. Parker, first down out to the 33-yard line.
Boy, Weatherford's tough. He got sandwiched on that one from behind by Harvey, and in front, boy, and he let it go. And Parker shows you why he's a special football player, going up and getting it. This is 2 quarterbacks. This is the too good to be true bowl. 2 quarterbacks that are too good to be true off the field and pretty good on the field, aren't they, Vern?
Yeah.
Watch him get sandwiched by Harvey and Trottel right there, and he delivers it right on target again.
Now, we've mentioned before when we've done Florida State games, his granddad was in the backfield with Doak Walker at SMU. His dad played football at SMU, but they moved to Florida, and Drew Weatherford grew up wanting to be a Seminole. Here's the pass behind Dakota Fag and incomplete. So it'll be second down. Matter of fact, he told us earlier, I'm exactly in the position now that I dreamed about when I was 8 years old, quarterbacking Florida State. Well, there's his granddad, Bill Weatherford, running back 46, 48, 49. Part of the team that helped Doak Walker win the Heisman as a junior. Second down and 10. There's the handoff, or rather the Weatherford keeper, and he's out to the 37-yard line. 4:26 to go. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Been watching Tony Joyner out there just kind of direct this defense. He's been moving those young defensive backs around, making sure they're in the right technique, and Tony has lived through a little bit this year, and I think survived it pretty well, and got a nice send-off today, senior day. We watched it, and it was pretty nice watching this guy finish out his career here.
Was the co-captain, had that honor taken away from him by Urban Meyer because of a early morning confrontation in a garage parking lot. But Tony Joyner acknowledged very warmly by the fans prior to the game. Senior day here in Gainesville. Drew Miller, one of the first to be introduced about 4:30 this afternoon. Andre Caldwell, now the career receiving leader. And Tony Joyner, we mentioned he had his captaincy taken away from him. It was restored today by Urban Meyer. And then 4 of the 5 seniors, captains for tonight, walk out for the coin toss. Joyner is also Tim Tebow's roommate. 3rd down, 8. Weatherford in jail, but he finds Dakota Fagg. And Tony Joyner is there to make the tackle. It will be 4th down.
Yeah, and now you got to wonder, with the score being the way it is, whether Florida State says we have to make a stand here and go for it on 4th down. What will they do? Are they going to punt it? Still plenty of time to go. They will.
Yes, they are.
Pressure on Weatherford. He delivers it, and Jimbo Fisher's saying, you waited too long, you had somebody else, I guess. And he says it loudly, doesn't he?
Yeah, Drew said he's going to scream and yell,
yep,
as he does. And he says,
take it.
Part of my job is to tune him out.
Yep. Absorb
what he says and get on. Here's the punt by Gano. And just as a footnote, Drew Weatherford has now set a Florida State record. He has thrown 225 passes since his only interception.
And that was against Middle Tennessee. He's gone all year with 1 interception. I mean, you know, there's just no one in college football doing what he's doing interception-wise.
Time now to answer the trivia question. Only quarterbacks to win the Heisman. I want to see if you got all 3.
I only got 2.
Okay.
Plunkett and Flutie.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Plunkett, you got 1 out of 3.
Plunkett, oh.
Remember, Paul Hornung was a quarterback.
Yeah, oh,
at
that's
Notre
right.
Dame. Yep. And Ty Detmer.
Wow.
Now you see, you thought.
Well, I remember Ty Detmer. I thought Flutie was in that grouping right there too, though.
I remember Hornung.
Yes, okay, so do I.
There's Paul Hornung. Look at the record. Notre Dame 2-8 when he won it. Jim Plunkett 9-3 in 1970, and Ty Detmer at Brigham Young 10-3 mark in 1990. And of course, the relevance there is Tim Tebow's quest to not only become the first sophomore to win it, but
well, I think we should forget those years in college right now. It means meaningless nowadays. People play their first year. It doesn't matter what year you are anymore.
Here's the pass. Well, remember the philosophy for the longest time, and that one is complete, was, well, let's not give it to a sophomore because his turn will come when he's a junior or a senior. And that's to your point.
Yeah, I think it's meaningless nowadays. Guys turn pro early, and guys start early. So why don't we just recognize what they do?
And you can talk to these Florida fans about a bid by a sophomore. Rex Grossman finished 2nd to Eric Crouch.
Well, it's pretty much cleared up to a 4-man race in my mind.
Yep. Brandon James in the backfield, and a guy named McFadden put himself right in the thick of it last night. Rush coming. Pass complete to Caldwell for the 1st down on 3rd down. Out at the 36-yard line.
See, this is what Tim has learned to do that he didn't do against Georgia. He felt the pressure, and he just faded backwards and bought time. Kind of like Brett Favre. Watch, as the pressure comes, Tim will just back off. He knows he's got an on-block guy, 2 on-block guys. He throws off his back foot and puts it there. Buy time, throw off your back foot and make the play. That's how you defeat the blitz. He did not do that against Georgia, and he suffered 6 sacks.
1st down and 10. Harvin back alongside Tebow. Harvin shakes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage and gets out to the 43-yard line. Let's go back to the studio for this Liberty Mutual update. Here's Tim.
Vern, after Clemson went up 10-0, South Carolina answered on this Blake Mitchell 19-yard pass to Kenny McKinley to make it a 10-7 game. The old ball coach trying to sneak one out against Clemson. 10-7 right now. Tommy Bowden's club has the lead.
All right. Steve Spurrier, one of the 7 Florida coaches who coached in this rivalry game against Bobby Bowden. They asked him the other night if he could name everybody who had been a coach on the sidelines. And when he got to a certain old ball coach, he said, Steve who? Who?
Well, those two guys have made this a great battle between Florida and Florida State. It was the premier battle in college football for about 10 years in the 90s. Michigan and Ohio State, I think, had it in the 70s. Texas and Oklahoma and Nebraska, remember, had it for a while. But now it's kind of spread around the country, and Florida looks like they're there. Florida State is not there yet.
Jeremy Foley, the athletic director. There's Bob and Pam Tebow in the middle. Evangelical missionary, and Tim Tebow, born in the Philippines. By the way, he's got a sister who is a missionary in Bangladesh. Made the trip over there. Here's Tebow for the first down. She and her husband left about a month ago for Bangladesh to serve a 3-year stint as missionaries, and asked if they were affected by the recent cyclone. He said no, that his mom and dad had talked to her and they were safe. First down and 10 on that Tebow run. Final 10 seconds, quarter number 3. That's the end of the third quarter. The score 31-12. Florida will return to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium right after this word from your local station.